So does this mean they're on our side?
Is offline, so you got that twin.
Right there we go. Meet up. Oh shit. Okay. Angel, meet up.
Huh? Wait, what?
Mute. Make it mute. Mute.
What? Oh,
Mute. All right.
Yeah.
So, White Room, this is just gonna be an interview. I'm gonna ask some questions about the case. You're just gonna answer them to the best of your abilities. That's fine.
Yeah. Sorry if I like
Alright.
take a little bit to like answer the questions. This.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, where did the name Deontay Day first like come up?
So I was watching a screen share that Emma was showing me on their phone, and they opened the notifications, and I saw a Facebook one that said the name Deontay Day. I didn't know what Deontay Day meant. I didn't even know it was a name, but I decided to write it down because it seemed like specific. So I kept it.
Okay. So when did you like first get suspicious that like Emma might be faking their identity?
So they sent me a picture. It was the second picture I ever got of them, and it had a white line, like a very thin white line on the top. And to me, my first thought was, oh, that looks like a very poor cropping job. And that's why I started to really like suspect, okay, they're pretty dodgy already, and now I see this. I think they might be lying.
So you mentioned that they were like dodgy. Can you like elaborate on that before, like
Thing is,
before you really got to speculation?
yeah, I mean, it's their whole case. I mean, from what I knew at the time, I already had like many people before me. Plus, they talk. It's the way they speak. They kind of sound like a dude.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
So this is
obviously,
like
yeah.
Go ahead. My fault.
I was saying it's also like the fact that they never unmute ever.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah.
So do you know how many like people were before you?
Not exactly, but I can like name a few off the top of my head. Like probably
Like just give me an estimated number.
somewhere between like 5 and 10 in that range.
God damn.
Fucking
I know.
Do you know how? Do you know like if they were ever able to get like a proper face or actual voice reveal?
Not to my knowledge. The only person I can actually imagine is one person named Zensu, but I never spoke to them before. It's like I never
Okay.
actually had a chance. They were the one right before me.
just irrelevant, but I have.
But
Go ahead, Millie.
oh yeah, I remember. You muted again.
Yeah, he muted. So do you know where like Emma first came from? Like what community they first came from, or was it just SED?
Originally, I'm pretty sure it was just AMV content, like very, very, very low tier, shitty AMV content, until they switched to SED.
All right. When they first got like their breakthrough, like trying to like actually like do well in like fucking content wise, did they ever like make any connections that were like suspicious to you?
What do you
As
mean?
in like they were like younger, older, or something of the sorts of depending on like what the age was.
Wait, can you like elaborate? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like did they ever try to become closer to people who they knew were younger than them?
Oh, not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
Like, I don't think.
You reference finding the school that Deontay went to. Can you
I didn't find it.
reference
They actually they gave me a lot of information. That's why I was able to link it up later when I found out Deontay shared the same information. Yeah, they said a lot of this shit to me willingly.
Okay. So like they gave you their they gave you their school and they gave you their birthday. They allowed
Just a
you
quick
to
question. Can I like just send you something real quick? Fucking Tokyo.
yeah.
Alright, so basically, when I was talking to Emma, so I sent that once. Like I think no, actually, Yeah, remember when I was talking to Emma and fucking Emma leaked her fucking when she said congrats on finding my school. She was basically confirming that we found her school. So if you want that screenshot, I got you, twin.
Okay. Please send that to me later in DMs.
I got you.
Did linking the information like her birthday and her school like make it easier to find the person in question? The person in question obviously being Deontay.
Yeah. What you call it? I kind of because I already knew like the name Deontay, and then I saw that he had the same birthday. I think it was the first piece of information I saw, and I thought that was really weird. So then I just kept looking around, found their other parent, and then started linking other information like their sibling count, what they did on it was I forget the date. It was like July when they both went to the same park.
Was it the same park or water park, I
Yeah.
believe.
It was
Um,
Hershey Park. I wasn't able to elaborate on the video because I wasn't trying to like say where they lived, but
okay.
yeah, it's Hershey Park.
Okay. So I did do a bit of digging, and I was able to find their ex partner by the name of Emma. Do you think that they were stealing their ex partner's name to use their own, or
As
no?
far as I know, no, because I found no other information linking it, but it might have just taken the name just cause.
Okay.
Yeah.
Presupposing that Emma or the pictures of Emma that was sent to you and to me are actually Emma. Do you think it is possible that Emma had undergone a transition surgery or transition therapy?
No.
Okay.
They've
Um.
talked to me before about like periods and shit. You don't get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they were trying to like subject themselves to being of the female sex, correct?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Um, was there any other social medias you have found linking to Deontay?
Uh like the parents' socials, but like not Deontay. I mean there was
Okay.
actually there is an Instagram, but it has about the same amount of information as the Facebook, so it's like
Okay. So, um, there was a recording within the original video that I did find a little weird because, assuming that you weren't suspicious already because you were already in a relationship with Emma, um, why did you record, their accidental face reveal and voice reveal?
oh, I did that on purpose. Like when they said okay, so this is how it went out. So we were trying to post a slideshow on TikTok, and they didn't know how to post a slideshow. So I went to show them. I was like, wait, if they open their camera, it automatically, sees the thing. Because before their excuse was my camera's broken, I can't do shit. So I'm actually trying to
Okay.
see if that's real. So then I just started screen recording as I went to go help them, and then that's how it went down.
Okay. And then the voice reveal was a little after, correct?
Yeah, it was like a week later.
Okay. Um, I believe actually no, there's like a couple more questions I have.
Yeah, I got
Um,
you.
understanding understanding that like a lot of this is, inherent like speculation. Do you think that Emma was trying to lie to people, or did they just get so deep into a misunderstanding they just ended up losing themselves or losing their real identity?
No, that they are a liar.
Okay.
No, let me give you an example. So when I was on their alt account, it would go really far back. And I found a server. It was like a e-dating server. It dates back to like very early beginnings of 2023, and they were trying to like find dudes. It was on. They had like roles. It was she had 16 and through 18, female, bisexual. I didn't even know about that. So yeah. So they were trying to.
Um, so just to like make sure like everything is correct within this thing. I just want to ask and one more like a couple more questions. This will be a little bit
Okay.
more.
Question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So what if there's a possibility that Deontay just likes up the ass, but is too afraid to admit it. So then pretending to be a female.
Stop trolling. Stop trolling. Stop trolling.
Yeah.
But okay. Do you think Deontay was trying to get some form of material or like reputation with their lying about their sex or gender?
I don't think so. During our relationship, I like for holidays and shit, I'll be like, "Oh my God, let me get you a gift," because I'm nice like that. I'm kind of the goat.
Mhm.
But they wouldn't let me, even though like at that point I already had their address. I could just mail them something, but they would not let me.
Okay.
So yeah,
So, um, I'm sure you're like aware of Nico's and Emma's relationship, and I'm sure you're aware of the age gap between them,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So, was this something she has done in the past, or is this new?
This is actually the youngest one. Beforehand, it was often older people,
Okay.
and
Okay.
yeah.
So this isn't like a repeated offense.
Nah, this is like this biggest gap where they're the older one.
All right, a couple more questions. I think we're just gonna. Okay, yeah. So,
Mhm.
um, it's very common for Emma to go into like personal mood swings where they feel very unpleased with their life, just to say the least.
Mhm.
Was this constant within the times you knew them, or was this new?
At the beginning, it wasn't that prominent, but in the latter months where like school started back up, it was uh it was like kind of a weekly thing at that point. It's really
Okay.
annoying. Yeah.
Um, is there a time where Emma would cheat in any relationship that you know of?
What did you say? Sorry, you cut out for a second.
Yeah, my fault, my fault. But
Yeah.
was there a time where